Jagabat is starting this video rather differently with a trigger warning, because after our usual introduction, we will be presenting a poster which shows some exposed masculine flesh. So if you're easily offended, please stop watching this video now. Of course, everything meant all in the best possible taste. And if you're curious as to the masculine flesh, well, if you're also interested in politics, in less than 48 hours, Andy Burnham will become the United Kingdom Prime Minister. And we have a fan poster here if you wish to support Andy Burnham and the image they convey. We'll be turning the post around to introduce you to Andy Burnham, made in Manchester, Manchesterism, Supermanc. Do join us to see the poster.
Nigel.cecil, calling things out as you like it.
Jagabat is welcome. Thank you for joining my very good friend Hilary, always on hand to help me, moi, Nigel.cecil. And of course, the poster for this video, the fan poster. Now that we have the trigger warning out of the way, we can turn it round and show you, and some of you will have already got a hint as to what it's all about by looking at the thumbnail for the YouTube video. But before we turn it around, it's not just a case of conjuring the name Andy Burnham Supermanc out of thin air, because some of our regular viewers can go back quite a number of decades. They brought to our attention Harold Macmillan, a Conservative Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And when you look at their policies, there are things that are comparable with what Andy Burnham is proposing to do in every postcode throughout the United Kingdom. Check them out. But the cartoonists, well, given what Harold Macmillan was proposing, they came out with Superman, Harold Macmillan over all the country. And so you said, well, come on, hope in every postcode from Andy Burnham, then it clearly has to be Andy Burnham Supermanc. Manc, as someone from Manchester, made in Manchester, Manchesterism. Andy Burnham on this channel, now being called Supermanc. Supermanc, Supermanc, Supermanc. If we then consider showbiz principles and how celebrities top of the first division apply those principles when they communicate with who to them are the most important people, their fans, the fans always come first. Never presume, never assume. Now it might be, of course, that number 10 in the north, Andy Burnham's post in the north of England, may provide a focal point for consulting with all the grassroots throughout the rest of the United Kingdom. But who knows? You'll have to see. But when it comes to never presume, never assume, and I have to get seated back for this one because it took us somewhat by shock, didn't it, Hilary? The headlines that said, last chance for Labour, last chance for Andy Burnham, last chance. Where did that come from? Never presume, never assume. Who presumed to say, who assumed to say it was the last chance? Because if it was Andy as the leader, then that's presuming and assuming too much. Because Andy, everything for all of us comes to an end, and we can never really be sure what's going to happen. That's why celebrities always focus on developing their career, on responding to what the fans say. And until we know what your policies are and how they're going to impact on everyone, certainly no celebrity top of the first division would say, this is my last chance for a hit single, because there's always another opportunity if you put your fans, your electorate, first and foremost. So Andy Burnham, never assume, never presume, never presume, never assume. Is Andy Burnham going to be, as we're now saying, Supermanc? Supermanc? Do let us know what you think. Until the next time, Chucker Butties, bye from Hillary, bye from moi, and bye from Supermanc. 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 Chucker Butties, it goes without saying, as regular viewers will know, we like applying show business principles to all sorts of topics. We enjoy the creativity.